Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Talk of the Town with Steve Bakken. Weekday mornings starting at 9 on Super Talk 1270 and the free Super Talk 1270 mobile app. It's time for Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
Super Talk 1270, good morning. I'm Steve Bakken, and time to check in with Lori Hintz. Beck News, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, didn't eat too much. I actually didn't this year. We kind of just went light, didn't do turkey, did chicken, and had some appetizers. It was kind of nice, actually, and then watched a lot of football. Lori Hintz joining us from Beck News, beck.news for all things going on with Summit Carbon Solutions' proposed CO2 pipeline. Lori, a couple things on the PSC docket that we're following this morning.
Yes, they are. They have added a few things. First of all, on the 15th, so that would be 12 days ago now, there was an item that was added to the docket. It was finally a City of Bismarck opportunity to put a petition in to intervene. That was submitted on the 15th of November. And there is an attorney named Patrick Zomer from Minneapolis who has been retained by the City of Bismarck. And so that one went in. It's very instructive and very interesting because it does a really good recap of what has happened with the whole entire case in that docket filing. The case, in case you are wondering and have not checked it out, it's all public information available to go to the Public Service Commission's website. Just go to psc.nd.gov, and the case number to look up is PU-22-391. And this one's really interesting because it really goes to the whole history. On October 17, 2022, that's when the whole thing was filed with Bismarck Carbon Transport, SCS, we'll call it short. The commission denied the application October 4th of this year. 10 months later, in 2023, August 18th, Summit filed a petition for reconsideration of the route. And then on September 15th, the commission issued a petition for reconsideration, granting the Summit petition for reconsideration. So there's so many different things to follow up the backstory of it, but it goes through it very concisely and quickly. And then it also says in this filing, and that North Dakota Administrative Code provides that any person with a substantial interest in a proceeding may petition to intervene in that proceeding. So that is why the City of Bismarck is doing that. And they have legal interests that may be substantially affected by the proceeding. So this is what the City of Bismarck is petitioning for. First, Bismarck is responsible for coordinating and managing emergency management and fire activities throughout Foley County and adjacent counties. So that is what they are specifically petitioning for. This includes the city's role as member of the state regional response team for hazardous materials releases. Specifically, the city, along with Fargo, Grand Forks, and Minot, comprise the North Dakota Department of Emergency Services, or NDDES, technical response team. So that is why they are petitioning. The technical response teams are trained and equipped to implement offensive mitigation measures when possible. So when a hazardous materials release occurs, the local incident commander can request support through NDDES and from the regional response team. So the Bismarck Fire Department would lead on technical response team for many miles of the proposed SCS Summit Carbon Solutions pipeline, so CO2 pipeline. Second, the alternate route for the pipeline is very much in flux, they say in this petition. The proximity of the pipeline to the city's existing boundaries has the potential to interfere with the Bismarck Comprehensive Plan Together 2045. While Bismarck appreciates Summit's proposed reroute, the pipeline approximately 9.5 miles further north of the city. The location on the eastern side of the city limits appears to be unchanged, and so that's in this petition as well. Proximity of the pipeline of the city also affects the health and safety of the residents of Bismarck and impacts the city's ability to grow consistent with its coordinated planning with Burleigh County. And thirdly, the Missouri River is a vital source of water for the citizens of the city. And to date, crossing permits remain outstanding, while issuance of these permits will be outside of the commission's jurisdiction. The route taken across the river is not, and it remains in controversy. So those are the three main things that they put in their petition. No other party can obviously represent the city's interests, they say, and the city's intervention will not unduly broaden the issues or delay the proceedings. So those are what they put in their petition, very, very well and concisely written. And then there is also now a November 21st, so just last Tuesday, it was a response that was delivered also to the commission, the Public Service Commission, by Summit Carbon Solutions. And they say on November 15th, they acknowledge that the city of Bismarck filed a petition to intervene, and they have no objection to the city intervening in this case for the limited purposes set forth in the city's petition, namely, one, emergency response to planning and training, two, proximity of the pipeline to the city, and three, the location of the Missouri River crossing. So for avoidance of doubt, this is a very important topic. So Summit objects to the city participating in the forthcoming hearing on Summit's motion to supersede and preempt local ordinances because the county's interests are already adequately represented with respect to such issues. So they can intervene with those three things only, if that makes sense.
So bottom line, it's public safety, public safety, public safety. And I find it a little ironic that Summit is not protesting the city of Bismarck being an intervener, but everything that the city had said was about public safety. A lot of this comes back to two things, public safety and landowner rights. On the public safety side, it's simple. And other CO2 pipeline companies have had no problem sharing plume modeling and other safety specs, safety protocols. And Summit, again, refuses to do that. That solves some of the public safety issues. I just don't, again, that tends me to believe that have they done this diligence? Have they done the plume modeling? Have they put in any of these safety protocols? Have they addressed any of these issues up front like you're supposed to? Bottom line, at this point, we need to wait for PHMSA.
Right. That is a very, very common argument in any of the various pipelines that have been proposed for the Midwestern states. And that is simply that PHMSA, which is the Pipeline Hazardous Materials and Safety Administration, which is part of the Department of Transportation, PHMSA, as you say, is actually looking at new standards for safety after the 2020 Satartia, Mississippi mishap. At that point, there was a 18-type break. It sent dozens and dozens of people to the hospital with breathing problems and issues. And so, therefore, PHMSA said, okay, you know what, we're going to take a look at this. We're going to revamp the standards and the rules because, obviously, there was a failure at some point in this one, and before any other dangerous situations occur, we're going to put that out there. So that is exactly right. There is a great call for people to delay and just, pump the brakes a little bit before you go great guns on this stuff. Meanwhile, the companies, their best interest with their investors is to go ahead and get this taken care of before those defensive rules come in. So it's a push-pull as I see it right now, Steve.
We're talking with Lori Hintz of Beck News. You can go to beck.news, BEK.NEWS for all things for Beck. And, of course, what's going on with the proposed CO2 pipeline by Summit Carbon Solutions. We're going to have some breaking news out of Illinois and the latest in Iowa as well when we come back from the break. I'm Steve Bach, and this is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
Super Talk.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
Super Talk 1270, I'm Steve Bakken along with Lori Hintz from Beck News. You can go to beck.news for all the latest information on Summit Carbon Solutions' proposed CO2 pipeline. Lori, time to spin the wheel. What is going on in some of the other states? I know a big happening in Illinois.
Yeah, this was the interesting thing, too. You know that we have talked about the different regulatory bodies. Nebraska does not have one, but Iowa has the IUB, Iowa Utilities Board, the PUC, Public Utilities Commission in South Dakota, the PSC in North Dakota, Public Service Commission, and in Illinois, it's the ICC. Because everybody's got to be different. The Illinois Commerce Commission is the regulatory body. And in
IC for short.
Illinois, right, ICC is just hilarious. Anyway, it's hard to keep track of those, and it's really confusing sometimes. But there is another CO2 pipeline that is still going forward at this point. It is called Wolf Carbon Solutions. It is a Denver-based company, but they are putting a pipeline also in the Midwest that is going to take carbon dioxide from Iowa to storage, which goes underground in Decatur, Illinois. This Wolf Carbon Solutions one said 1 week ago today, on Monday the 20th, that it plans to refile its controversial plans to build this 260-mile carbon dioxide pipeline. The problem was, what happened was the proposal, known as the Mount Simon Hub, was criticized. There was an engineer employed by the ICC, and an engineer criticized that to the regulators who would have to sign up on the project. And criticism voiced by this engineer, Brett Siegel, was very extensive. He faulted Wolf over safety concerns and uncertainty about the supplier of the carbon dioxide, extracted to keep the greenhouse gas out of the atmosphere. He had so many different things that they decided to just pull it. So other setbacks Wolf faced included not having obtained any agreements with landowners along the long route to run the pipeline through their property. Critics of the project cited safety concerns, of course, as always, regarding the risk from possible pipeline rushers. And so what's going on is, in Wolf Carbon Solutions situation, they just decided they're going to refile in early 2024, but they just finally pulled their application. So lots of really, really interesting things with each and every one of the CO2 pipelines going into the Midwest. They are just coming up against roadblocks. It's just so interesting to watch the dynamic of the individual different companies with their CO2 proposals, ostensibly to take advantage of 45Q tax credits being offered by the Biden administration. So it's just phenomenal that, and it can't be stressed enough that each one of these individual, there was a third one that you may be aware of too, and that Navigator one also just flat out canceled theirs. So with the big three, Wolf and Navigator and Summit Carbon Solutions pipelines, they all have similar roadblocks being put up by those people who are the landowners, who are being difficult, if you will, and then also safety concerns. Those items are universal for all three of those pipelines.
So when you're looking at, again, the public safety roadblocks, because that's what this has turned into, public safety and landowner rights, and with Wolf, are they addressing some of those concerns from the ICC in Illinois and then refiling, or are they just refiling?
No, they are going to be addressing those things because there were so many extensive criticisms by this engineer that they decided, okay, this is full stop. Let's reassess, let's address those items, and then come back. And that's kind of what's going on with the Summit Carbon Solutions refiling as well. They did not address, as you remember, when it was an August 4th refusal by the PSC. It was 3-0 voted to deny the permit. Well, they realized, okay, wait a minute, we did not address a bunch of different things. We need to go back and readdress those too. So it's a bit of a pattern between both, the two that have been halted and are refiling, and then with Navigator, there's a bit of a pattern here, and that is the company has plans. They want to do what they want to do. They don't necessarily dot all their I's and cross their T's, unfortunately. So it could be just overlooking things. It could be feeling like it wasn't necessary, but then realizing, okay, maybe it is, because the regulatory bodies are being very, very careful. And I will have to say that it appears on the outside, looking in, that the regulatory bodies of these states are really doing a good job of their due diligence to protect both the landowner rights and also the safety of the public with regard to these pipelines. So they are certainly not rushing in headlong without extensive public meetings, without extensive information being drawn out and being given by the companies. So hats off to the regulatory bodies.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, Lori, and especially in North Dakota with the Public Service Commission, and our commissioners are elected officials. That's not the case in all the states. Some are appointed, some are elected. It depends on which state you're in. And for those folks to be doing to the extent of their job about public safety and protecting the public, which is what they're tasked with for a lot of these different projects, you're right. And kudos to them, whether they're elected officials or appointed officials.
Another thing that's gone on, too, is that the communities have really done a spectacular job of trying to educate the public about what this all entails. And in particular, there is a public safety information meeting. They call it a CO2 pipeline public information meeting that is actually going to be held this evening for people who are just curious, or they think that they may be living in an area that might be affected by a CO2 pipeline north and east of Bismarck. That meeting has been announced. The information and infographic that I got does not have a sponsor on it, so I can't tell you who the sponsor is. I have reached out to some different folks to see if I could figure out who that is. But it is this evening, Monday, November 27th, at the Bismarck Public Library, beginning at 6 p.m. And it has on the bottom of it, which is fascinating to me, a little graphic that says bonus opportunity. Documentary film crew will take video testimony of concerned landowners. I do not know the information regarding that. Like I said, I have reached out to try to get some information and find out who the documentary filmmakers are, what the documentary plan is, things like that. But it would be worth it for those people who are curious or would like some additional information about what is going on with the pipeline. And, those people who are possibly in a new reroute, they find themselves super confused, wondering what's going on with this. What's the brouhaha? What's the problem? It's a pipeline. So I think that this might be a really good opportunity for the public to get some information at the Bismarck Public Library this evening.
And an opportunity to speak up and have your voice be heard if you haven't been able to make some of these other meetings, or you won't be able to make some of these other meetings. It's very interesting with that documentary film crew that's going to be there taking some video testimony as well. That is tonight at the Bismarck Public Library from 6 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. Still kind of curious. I'd be interested to find out who's putting that on. So hopefully we'll have that information next Monday when we get our update. Lori, thanks as always for joining us and give us an update on what's going on with Summit Carbon Solutions' proposed CO2 pipeline.
Always happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Beck.news, BEK.news. If you want more information, you can always follow Lori there. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Without apology, The Regular Joe Show with Joe Gigante. Weekday evenings at 9 on Super Talk 1270 and the free Super Talk 1270 mobile app. Talk of the Town, brought to you by Big Boy. Just get in line. It moves fast. Dakota Pharmacy and Dakota Natural Health Center. We're here to help you stay well. Trademark Realty. Peak Automotive and Service. Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. And Silver Ranch. Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
You're tuned to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. I'm Steve Bakken, and this is a Monday. I know everybody's probably not back in the mood of working yet, but one of the people working hard for us, even through holidays, National Weather Service, the folks over at NOAA doing a great job making sure that the weather forecast is there so everybody can get where they need to be for holidays nice and safe. And joining us this morning, Alan Schlegg, hydrologist with the National Weather Service. First of all, before we get into some big news, because there's some very important stuff coming up that people need to know, because the hydrology side of your website, very integral with farming and ranching, and people need to know what's going on, whether you're following some flood forecasting, but there's some changes coming. We're going to talk about that right now, but one of the things, and my wife just mentioned this to me, it's like, do you have the humidifier in the house up high enough? I'm like, yeah, why? It's like, it just seems awfully dry. We had that big snowfall, now it's been pretty dry. Where were you at hydrology-wise?
Actually, Steve, I think right now we're pretty good hydrology-wise. We had that snow. It melted really, really slow.
Ground wasn't frozen yet, so
right.
It seeped in and probably stayed.
A lot of that moisture is still sitting in the countryside, trapped to soil moisture. And we really want that.
That's good for spring.
That's good for springtime when the farmers get ready to put their crops in. They've already got that little bit of moisture they need to get everything kick-started. And so coming through this winter, I don't think we actually need our normal snowfall to at least have normal to above normal soil moisture next spring.
Well, after last winter, I think everybody's okay with that.
I think everybody would be perfectly okay with that.
We would take that. In fact, it's been unseasonably beautiful so far.
Yeah, and I think that's going to continue. Everything that we look at from the Climate Prediction Center all the way up to our own local forecasts, everything suggests that we're going to be going into December above normal temperatures, maybe a slight risk for above normal precip in early December. But for the overall winter, our expectation is one of above normal temperatures. When we sit back and we take a look at the average temperature, okay, doesn't mean we're not going to have winter. This is still North Dakota after all. We will have winter. But the average temperature going through winter, I think, is going to have a really good chance of being above normal.
Well, it's kind of nice out in Bismarck, Mandan area. About every 8 to 10 years, we get one of those winters that, did we have winter? You know, where we get spoiled if we've got friends in Billings or Rapid City. They don't, I see, they don't have winter. They have weather. So they have systems that go through, but median temperatures in the 40s, and we could use one of those. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like I said, we get one of those every now and then, and there is a risk that that's going to happen this year, that we will stay above normal through the entirety of what we call meteorologic winter. That's December, January, and February. And then, of course, once you get into March, you're knocking on spring, and at that point, everybody's just biding their time.
Well, we'll take it. As long as we get the moisture for the farmers and ranchers in the spring, that's all that matters. Okay, so some changes, because farmers, ranchers, whether you're following the river levels, very important, the hydrology side of what you guys provide at the National Weather Service. There's some changes coming. And come spring, when people start paying attention to things, the website's going to look a little different.
That's right, Steve. And I really do appreciate you having me in to talk about this, because we do consider this to be a very important change for the National Weather Service in how we interact with the public. Our webpage is front and center for everything that we do. So we are going to be switching the hydro side come sometime this spring. Expectation is it's going to take place in March. So that's perfect timing for springtime flooding.
Right about here. When you start looking at, okay, what am I, whoa, I can't read this.
Right. Our webpage is going to look very differently on the hydro side. And so everybody's familiar, I hope, with what we call AHAPS, our Advanced Hydrologic Predictive Services webpage. And that's where you go right now to get your flood forecasts, see water levels, et cetera, precipitation of the past 30, 60, 90 days. That's our AHAPS page. Okay. Going forward into March, we're going to be discarding that old architecture that we've been using, and we're going to be moving to a new web-based architecture. It's more GIS-like, and that's going to be called NWPS, NWPS. And so that stands for the National Water Predictive Services. Okay, so it's going to have an awful lot more options on there because it is somewhat GIS-based. There are going to be an awful lot of variables that you, the user, will control as to how you see your hydrologic data. How do you get your forecast? Can you go on our webpage and download GIS formatted files for you to do with as you please? Absolutely. That's all going to be taking place. Other things that come within NWPS, the National Water Model, has been around for a number of years now. But we're finally getting to the point where the National Water Model is becoming integral to everything that we do. We do not yet use it for issuing warnings or forecasts, but the National Water Model is also a part of NWPS. And this is literally the world's largest hydrologic-based model because it covers the entire continental U.S. Okay, one model covers the whole thing. So it still is working on getting mature enough for us to use for warning-based products. But at the same time, it's still out there available for people to see as far as their individual decision support services.
Well, if you're not familiar with this, and I'm familiar with it because, former Mayor of Bismarck, I need to know what's going on with potential flooding. If you're a farmer or a rancher, it's integral. You need that information. The other side of that is if you like to fish, people follow what the river levels are doing. You know, when should I get my pontoon out in the fall? Get the boat out, or when can I get in, and what's the water level looking like so that maybe you can hit some of that fishing that it takes place in the Missouri River. All that comes into it. Now, one of the big changes is you mentioned the national North American continent. Where that's important is definitely on the flooding side of things, because if you take a look like a city like Bismarck, we're in a major basin, right. Missouri River Basin. So how that plays out with the rest of this side of the Rockies matters.
Absolutely. One thing that we always hear is, a local flood warning. And people wonder why, what's going on, especially when it comes from maybe a release from a dam or something. With the National Water Model and with the way the new NWPS page is going to be, you can look at the entire river. And then some of the decision-making process becomes more clear to you. There's too much water down south. We have to restrict it up north. All these different processes.
It's a puzzle.
Yeah, it is. And it's very complex when a person starts looking at it in its entirety.
Well, and going back to 2011, the flooding in Bismarck and Mandan that year, it was the water coming up at the headwaters up in the mountains. That is something that it's going to be easy to see on the map. And then, again, you had to restrict some of that flow because they were facing some major levee breaches down south on the right. Missouri and the Mississippi River. So it's a big puzzle and it's a big balancing act. But that information, more information, integral to making good decisions, like you said. We're talking with Alan Schlegg, National Weather Service. When we come back, more about their new water prediction service, the new National Water Prediction Service, NWIPS. The website's changing, so if you follow the hydrology side for the National Weather Service's website, some major changes coming to that. We'll get into some of those more specifically coming up in just a few moments, and how you can utilize some of that as well, and some webinars that you need to know about if you want to start getting a little ahead of the curve on this new information and how to use the site. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
20.
Super
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
You're tuned to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. I'm Steve Bach, along with Alan Schlegg, National Weather Service, and some changes coming to the hydrology side of the website. New National Water Prediction Service, NWIPS. Pretty interactive and an opportunity, a couple opportunities for people to go check out the new site and actually play with it right now. But some of the things that are going to be upgrades. You mentioned the national picture, so you get to see a little bit better portrait of what's going on locally because of what's going on somewhere else. So that's one extra feature, but there's really a big interactive side to this.
Oh, absolutely. Even the hydrograph. In the past, our maps and our hydrographs were static images. You had very little control over what that looked like. You kind of a take it or leave it deal. Now in the future, everything's going to be dynamic. You get to choose the ranges for your hydrograph, for how far back you want to look, how far forward you want to look on the forecast. Okay? You can do that same thing with the precipitation mapping. How many days precip mapping do you want from this day to that day? In the past, they were all cookie cutter. You could have yesterday's precip, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, etc. Now, if you want 27 days worth of precip information, that'll be available to you. Okay, so there's a lot of interactiveness. Now, it means a lot more button pushing and a little bit of having to study and learn how to read the display boxes and the dialog boxes where you're going to have to make choices. But in that sense, some people may not like it because it's going to be a few more clicks. But in reality, you're going to get exactly what you want, hopefully.
Well, and previously, I guess the easy way to say it was you were kind of spoon-fed. The information that was there was the information that was there, and that's kind of what you were constrained by. Now it's so much more flexibility and so many different opportunities and options going through. You know, I kind of remember, you used to pull up on your phone what the radar looked like. Yep. And it was the radar at that moment. And then game-changing when radar got a little interactive, and not only could you see the past, but what the next 6 hours were going to look like. So you could plan your day or plan what's going on in your world a little bit more accurately. That's what this is going to do. You're going to be more accurate in whether you're in agriculture, farming, ranching, knowing when you might get that first cutting of hay and be able to predict out a little bit what that's going to look like because, hey, we're going to get grass growing right away in the spring because the soil moisture is there, the hydrology is there, all that different pieces that go into predicting any aspect of water. Now, you mentioned the learning curve, because there is a learning curve with this. So you've got some webinars coming up. Probably the easiest way to go follow those webinars is follow the YouTube channel. Because you can do that at any time then.
Absolutely. So this series of webinars are going to be out there. It's the developers of NWIPS that are available to answer questions. You know, they have their own presentation that they're going to give in discussion, but then there will be a question and answer period. Now, the limitation here is that nationally these webinars are being held, and there's a limit of 1,000 participants, okay? And it's going to be at very specific times, which usually are not convenient to the normal person out there. So the beautiful part here is they are being recorded. the National Weather Service has a YouTube channel. All you have to do is go on to the YouTube channel for the National Weather Service and search for NWPS, and you should be able to find those webinars here within a couple of days.
One of the other cool things, too, is right now, if you're a heavy user of the hydrology side of the website, and you can have an opportunity to participate on the front end, and, there's always things that pop up with websites, and you're like, gosh, I wish they would have done this, or I wish they would have done that, or they could have made this a little easier to use. Now is an opportunity to be able to do that.
That's absolutely correct. So right now, if a person wants to go out and start playing in NWIPS, it is live. It is out there for preview purposes. And once you get on the webpage, if you have a comment, say, hey, this could be better, or I would like to see this, there's actually a link on there so where you can go make a comment that'll get back to the developers. And that webpage is preview.water.noaa.gov. It's as simple as that. Type that into your web browser, preview.water.noaa, that's NOAA.gov, G-O-V, and it'll take you right to it. And that way you can get ahead of the curve and start seeing what's going to be live. And this website will be up for maybe almost another 25, 30 days. We're running them in parallel in order for them to get comments from the public and our partners, state agencies, other federal agencies, et cetera, that use our webpage quite extensively. So everybody's out there now. They're getting to play on it. They're making their comments. The developers are taking those comments, and we're making a plan to address them.
One of the things that with the hydrology side of this, and there are so many different decisions that get made, whether it's the flood control or the agriculture side, the outdoor activity side of things, a great opportunity. But how often do you get a chance to get out in front of something and actually participate in its creation or final iteration? Usually you wind up complaining and then down the road, but no, just go to preview.water.noaa, NOAA.gov, and you can play with the NWIPS. Alan, thanks for coming in this morning.
I appreciate it, Steve.
We'll talk again. Hydrology side of the website, very important to those of us that live in a major basin like the Missouri River Basin. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270 on Super Talk.
KLXX AM, Mandan, Bismarck, a Town Square media station, broadcasting from the View Community Credit Union Studio. ABC World and National News at the top of every hour on Super Talk 1270.
This is a Broncos Radio Network update.
Here comes the blitz, all-out blitz. Wilson in the pocket is picked up. Russell steps up and he can run. Pumps once, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
Broncos insider Brandon Cristal, the team knows if they want to win a fifth straight game and get over 500, they'll have to slow down perhaps the league's best defense, led by its best defensive player in pass rusher Myles Garrett. Quarterback Russell Wilson has seen all the great players over the last decade on the defensive side of the ball and has plenty of high regard for the former number one pick out of Texas A&M.
Myles Garrett's definitely up there. He's you can tell he's passionate about his craft. He gets better every year, it seems like, and obviously he was great from his first year on. So I don't know how much better he can get. I think that the best thing he does too is he causes havoc in the back. He's able to get his hands up. He's physical. He's able to fly around. Probably one of the most athletic guys in the National Football League. So we got to slow him down. Obviously, he's one of the best in the game.
Broncos host the Browns Sunday at Empower Field at Mile High. Kickoff 2:05. I'm Brandon Cristal.
Talk of the Town, brought to you by Big Boy. Just get in line. It moves fast. Dakota Pharmacy and Dakota Natural Health Center. We're here to help you stay well. Trademark Realty. Peak Automotive and Service. Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. And Silver Ranch. Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
You're tuned to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. I'm Steve Bang along with Bradley Ock from Runnings in South Bismarck, 701 South Washington Street in Bismarck. And okay, that's good jerky. It's Jerky Monday.
It is. It is every Monday.
Every Monday. It's Jerky Monday, and you guys have a great selection. Not only the jerky, actually, What we're trying to do is a different jerky for an entire calendar year.
Correct.
I think we can do it.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys have that much selection.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, the Candy Cove is unbelievable, especially with the old kind. Actually, a lot of the stuff in there, I picked up a bunch on Friday because Black Friday, and I was there. I beat you there.
You
Friday.
did beat me there. I pulled in. I saw the pickup. I'm like, gosh darn it, he did make it in before me.
Out there broadcasting live for all of our Town Square media stations on Friday morning, nice and early. Kev was there. Cheery face as usual.
Yeah, he was our greeter up front.
You know what? He was passing out quarters for the gumball game for the kids. He could have done that all day.
Yeah, so we did that last year too. It was good because we have this little foosball table up front, and one side is bouncy balls. And then on the other side, that gum changes like every 2 months. So when we hit the 60 days, we start kind of handing quarters out like, hey, get some gumballs, get some gumballs, get some gumballs, get them out of here.
Rotate the stock.
Yeah, so we went from a sour gumball to one of those new, those ones that paint your mouth. It's like a splash.
Oh, yeah.
So it changes your mouth color. So that's our new one this time. So we got rid of all the sour ones on Black Friday, and now we just put in the splash ones.
Oh, I got to come try the splash.
But Kev loves it. He sees kids, he chases them down, he hands them quarters. He's like, go get a gumball. And then he keeps our little warehouse guys, our little warehouse boys, and on track getting shopping carts and running rounds and doing loadouts. And
you guys were busy on Friday. It was kind of funny because I drove by a couple stores. I was up early on Friday morning and drove by a couple stores, and you guys had the fullest parking lot by far. It wasn't even close. And I actually got put to work.
Oh, did you? Did Kev put you to work?
Yeah, because the only other time I've seen you run out of carts, and you've got some older carts in the back that you don't normally have in rotation, but they were all up front, and bucket sale. I was talking to Kevin, I was like, okay, because the last time I was there, you guys ran out of carts. And I was out scavenging the parking lot between breaks.
Awesome.
Going, I was like, okay, it's kind of, I'm not going to say I was the creepy guy following people to their cars, but I was kind of the creepy guy following people to their cars. I was like, hey, you done with that? And then before you even get into the building, it's like, hey, if you're going into shop, take a cart because you want one from out here because there's none inside. So I was working on Friday.
Yeah, we do that a lot. Even Austin from Dvorak Motors.
Yeah.
He was in one day. I was coming in from the fence, and I saw him loading some bags of feed into someone's car. Here, I thought it was someone he came in shopping with or someone he knew. And we were walking back. He goes, oh, no. He goes, I was just walking by. It looked like she needed some help. So I was just throwing some bags of feed in there.
See, it's running. So, everybody's friendly.
Yeah,
there.
We like it. We'll take it all day long.
I did talk to one guy that was, actually, I followed him out to grab his cart, and I helped him load up his truck with some stuff, and he was like, oh, no, I got to run around back. Now, the barbed wire you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, the $59.99.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of the barbed wire on Black Friday and, got that $10 gift card back for every $50 he spent, and he was happy as a clam.
Yeah, we were pleased with Black Friday. It's one of the days it's so busy, and it's everybody in the store.
It was a fun busy. That's the thing is, I've been to Black Friday sales before and in Black Friday stores, and it's just a crush of people, and people have been waiting in line for hours and grumpy and just kind of, I got to get my stuff. And that's not the case in Runnings.
No, it was
everybody
so
was
cool.
like happy and, hey, how can I help you? And how can I? Yep. And customers are helping other customers. People were happy. People were fun. It was just a fun atmosphere. Shopping. Okay.
Yeah, I was very pleased. We had some record hours between 10 and 1 this year, so that was really cool to see how patient the customers were standing. Like, we had lines we had all 8 registers open. We had lines back into toys dang near. We had registers 7 and 8 were pushed down the main aisle. Gosh, it had to be 25, 30 feet over to that steel counter.
I was 20 minutes to get out of there, but I unfortunately or fortunately had an opportunity to do some shopping between breaks.
Yep.
And
you did well.
And between grabbing carts. So, it took me about 20 minutes to get through the checkout line, but I might have let some people ahead of me that maybe had 1 or 2 things because I had a cart full.
And you took care of some furry friends. I saw some I saw, well, your furry friends.
Bought
some pig ears and some treats.
Pig's ears because, of course, that went to help furry friends.
In fact, also furry friends. Now, ironically, we had those dog beds on sale for
$7.99.
That's what they were. They were 30 by 40 dog beds for $7.99. We had someone come by in a whole cart full, and they donated some to Furry Friends and different places, but Furry Friends specifically was who they were in buying some stuff for that day. And, you know, we love Furry Friends, a great partner of ours. We support them in some of the stuff they do. Great organization. So it's always cool to see people come in and buy pet stuff for the great shelters in town as well.
Well, my wife always likes to give throws. It's like you guys had throws 2 for $5.
They were $2.50 a piece. Some of the deals this year were just phenomenal.
I bought a bunch. I use them for dog blankets, you know, throw over the couch and stuff for our dogs that do get on the furniture.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of those things too. Even the gun safe. We normally have 10 or so. We had 11 we could do this year, and
you blew out of the.
They were gone within.
See those?
They were gone within 5 minutes.
I know, $3.99 for a gun safe.
Like,
I would have bought another one.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Kev. It's like, hey, you know what? We're going to have to take another 20% off of all of our gun safes because, you know, the people that missed out on the opportunity to get the gun safes, it's like, you know what? I'm going to take 20% off. So it was 20% off plus the 20% off because of the gift card.
Yeah, they went so fast.
It was like 40% off a gun safe.
Yeah, you know, it went so fast and it was so unexpected. And one of the cool things about Runnings this year is they were really like, just take care of them. Like, please just take care of the customers. So one day, we know we're not going to have... It's kind of like
you open up the doors and say, please, take our stuff.
Right. Yeah, like, you know, we know the profit margin's going to not be great on Black Friday. That's the point of the day, is to get a bunch of people in, have fun, fill carts for a great price, and then they're like, you know, we're just 20% off the rest of the gun safes to make up for it. And now they're gone. But you know what? We'll get more in.
Unbelievable price on those. It was $3.99 for a gun. I'm like, okay, and why I should have bought one? Because so I've got a big enough gun safe at home, but by the time my wife puts her stuff in there and important paperwork, because that's the other nice thing about a gun safe. That's the other part
people don't know.
It's like, if you've got a lot of important paperwork, you know, passports, birth certificates, you know, things that are really important, keepsakes, valuables, jewelry, you know, a gun safe, because it's fire resistant.
Yep.
Water resist. You can make them water resistant if you so choose.
You can buy shelves. You can buy inserts. You can buy all sorts of things for them. You can buy little hanging pull-out drawers.
Yeah. So my nice big gun safe is half full of non-gun things. So I'm thinking, if I get another gun safe,
we're your destination.
Yeah. It's like, if I get another gun safe from Runnings, then I can, A, get more guns. B, we could have a safe just for all that private paperwork,
right?
You know, and put that someplace else in the house, and then we've got that safe that's just, you know, my wife's jewelry and paperwork, and, you know, your mortgage papers and this and that and all that important stuff that, you know, what if something happens in a filing cabinet? You know, you got this stuff in a filing cabinet.
It's gone.
Well, here's a fire-rated gun safe. Greatest place to store stuff. It's like having your own bank vault at home.
See, now you have a selling point for the spouse.
Yeah.
I need a place to put my documents, or I need a place for my firearms. So it goes both ways.
I haven't picked up her Christmas present yet.
There you go.
So I'm thinking maybe if I pick up another gun safe.
A document safe.
Yes, a document safe. Mm-hmm. We're going to relabel that.
I like it.
I like the way you think. Before we hit the break here, tell us a little bit about the jerky of the day this week.
Oh, man, I just put a piece in my mouth. So this is the Cowboys' favorite.
Talk about it.
It is the Badlands jerky. It's a Pride of Dakota product. Yep, it's a local product. It's Pride of Dakota. It's actually distributed by S&S Roadrunner. Packaged, I believe it's packaged by them and everything. I think they do everything from start to finish on this for these guys. But it's a great local jerky. It's got Cowboys' favorite. It's got a teriyaki. It's got a peppered. And it's got like a Rattler's Revenge if you like a little hot, spicy one.
I've had that.
I almost brought that. I'm going to keep it mild for a while.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
My colon thanks you.
You know, Great stocking stuffer.
Absolutely.
And it's just one of those things, too. You got beef jerky.
Running 701 South Washington Street, Bismarck Running Store. We're talking with Brad Ock. When we come back, we're going to run through the flyer, which came out a little bit early. It came out on Saturday, but a lot of great things to shop for Christmas. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
Super Talk.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
You're tuned to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. My mouth was full of this Badlands Delicious Cowboys favorite jerky. And then to wash it down, dang, that's good. You know, Black Friday when I was broadcasting from Runnings, 701 South Washington, Brad Ock in the studio with us, manager of Runnings. I was looking at the dang, that's good butterscotch root beer, and I didn't get one. I stuck with my Sprecher, and I got a beverage while I was there, and because you got that really cool case up front, so people can grab a beverage.
Yep. The old-fashioned sodas.
Yeah, the old-fashioned sodas. And I looked at this, and then you brought one in this morning, and dang, that's good. That butterscotch root beer, I'm sold. I'm hooked. You got me hooked. Runnings on Friday was absolutely crazy, and it was fun. With as busy as it was, I couldn't believe how happy people were. It was just fun. It was like a big family get-together at Runnings. Now, today is another sale, Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. So if you go onto the Runnings.com website, it's going to tell you to text this code to the phone number to sign up for our weekly text, right? You're not going to get a text every day. You're going to get one a week.
I get one a week.
It's going to give you a link to the ad, but it's going to give you a 10 off 50 coupon. And then free shipping today. So anything over $50, get $10 off plus free shipping to the house.
If you missed out on the $10 gift card on the $50 you spent on Friday for Black Friday,
here's another chance.
You get another chance at that on Cyber Monday.
Yep, so you can get it shipped out to you. Also, we do the pickup in store as well. So you can buy online, pick up in store. We'll go pick it for you. Now, the thing we got to do, it takes like 5 to 10 minutes for that order to get to us. You know, we have some people place them in the parking lot, and then they come in to pick it up. We're like, oh, we haven't even received it yet. But,
Well, okay, so while you're waiting, you just walk on over and grab
go to the candy store.
Grab
and a soda.
Candy Cove or grab one of the old-fashioned sodas.
Yep, pull up a seat over in Lawn and Garden somewhere and just wait. We'll get it for you.
Check out the new shovel. I got a new Dakota Snowblade on.
Oh, you know, those are such great. That's the one we use at the store too. Is the Dakota blade. It's a great shovel. We sell the replacement blade as well. That's another product.
That's what sold me. That's what sold me. It was like, oh, you guys have the replacement blade. So you make the investment and you don't throw it away because
it's a metal handle. Yeah, so it's a metal handle as well. So you're going to be able to buy the replacement blade. Connect it, move right along. You're not going to drop another $100 on another shovel. You're going to buy the replacement blade, connect it, and move forward.
Perfect. When you wear it out, good to go. So Cyber Monday, of course, go online. If you make the order in the parking lot, it's going to give you about 10 minutes before they can get your order filled. If you're having them pick for you, but you can pick up right in the store.
Right. And there are some people. We have a couple of good customers, too, who also can't necessarily come in. They no matter what that is, if that's the case where you're unable to get out of the car, you just got to give us a call in the store and say, hey, look, I placed this order. I had this surgery, or, my leg's really bad today. Is there anyone who can help run this out? We're going to come out. We're going to have you sign the paperwork. We'll take care of you. Just give us a call and give us an extra minute, but we'll come out and take care of you on that.
Kev might even give you a quarter.
He might. Yeah. He'll go get the gumball for you.
We just wrapped up deer season, and I know it's hard to think about, but ice fishing season, and I saw some great deals on Black Friday. Some great ice fishing equipment was heading out the door. Now the new flyer out, getting ready for Christmas, getting ready for ice fishing season. You've got some amazing ice fishing things going on.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the deal on ice fishing. This year has been beautiful, right?
We'll take it.
So many retailers are behind right now on ice fishing because of the weather we're having. A lot of us are running extra deals right now. We're no exception to the deal. There's a 4-page insert in our ad this week.
Deals on deals.
Deals on deals, because it's ice fishing. So if this is the year to upgrade, if you've been contemplating, we all have the product. We're all running early specials, early deals, deeper discounts. This is the time. I got to run in and I got to replace my house this year. I got to replace my auger this year. This is a great time to do that because we're all running ice fishing.
Some of those
deals.
battery augers with the lithium-ion batteries, Kev was running me through some of those on Friday. I was like, holy crap. Because I don't get out ice fishing that much, or my friends got the equipment. In fact, I think the auger I still got in the garage is the old hand crank auger.
Yep.
The 10-inch, and if the ice is a little, it's a workout. Let's just say it's a workout. And if you don't like fumbling with, I got to carry gas for the gas-powered augers, those battery options, and you can charge them right up in your vehicle.
Right, and here's the
done.
Battery-powered has come so far in the last few years. I mean, the life expectancy, the power behind them, you're going to lose a little bit of power, but they're going to get the job done. And they've just advanced so much. And that's power tools, ice augers, power equipment on the lawn and garden side. Battery-powered equipment has come so far in the last few years. And you're seeing the market switch actually a little bit to that. Even steel. You look at steel, who has historically just been a professional quality yard tool, right? Over the last 2 years, they've seen sales on battery-powered equipment creep up towards that 30-40% of their business because it's becoming so popular and so easy to outfit a trailer from a professional standpoint to charge these batteries. They don't carry gas on their trailers. They just go swap out their batteries and they go right back to work.
Yeah.
And there's programs in place for people who want to do that kind of stuff. So if you've doubted battery, man, it's come a long way. Give it a go.
The fish houses, of course, great selection, clam and all.
Eskimo, otter, we've got it all. Yep, and they're all set up, so you're not just buying a box. Come in, take a step inside, see what we have, feel it out. The kids run through all of them. They love it. My kids come in and they want to go see the animal heads, and they run through the ice houses.
Yeah. It's Johnny and Susan, where they at? That's okay. They're over playing in the ice house. I can shop.
Yeah. Yeah, and then on top of that, Lem's in there as well. Lem is a great food processing.
We just wrapped up deer season.
Deer fishing. If you catch a lot of fish and you want to save those through the whole winter time, or you're going to continue to ice fishing, get a vacuum sealer. They're on sale right now. Get a vacuum sealer. You're gonna get so many more months out of that in the freezer than if you just put it in a Ziploc bag.
I vacuum pack all my pheasant and duck and goose and grouse and partridge and partridge. A lot of partridge this year. Partridge numbers are up, so it's nice to see.
Yeah.
But great way to save game. In fact, I vacuum pack all the stuff I'm throwing in for making sausage later, because of course deer season just got over, but we're off to hunting season, ice fishing sometime around the corner. But it's busy, so when the season starts slowing down a little bit, a lot of times you won't have the sausage party for grinding your deer and making your venison sausage until into February. So how many times have you pulled out the venison and you're like, well, there's a little freezer burn around here, I grind it up, it's fine. Not when you vacuum seal it.
Nope. And that's just it too. I mean, there are times, heck, it's not just for that. Like Thanksgiving just wrapped up. You might not get through everything you ate. I love a vacuum sealed meal for my parents from time to time.
I just had a brilliant idea. I mean, brilliant. So you cook one big turkey on Thanksgiving, and then vacuum seal everything and freeze it, and then you don't have to cook for Christmas.
There you go. You pull it right back out.
Pull it right back out. Mashed potatoes, stuffing, all of it.
Line it up in a pan. They'll never know.
Because
you vacuum sealed
it. A lot of great stuff on the sales flyer. Of course, today is Cyber Monday. That great opportunity, if you missed out on the $10 gift card for every $50 you spent at Runnings on Friday for Black Friday, you've got that opportunity opportunity today with Cyber Monday. Just go on the website and they'll point you in the right direction. Your chance to save $10 on
$50
purchases. So great opportunity to save on already great sale prices as well. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. I'm Steve Bach along with Brad Ock, the manager at Runnings South Bismarck, 701 South Washington. But these sales, they do cover all. We actually give a little love because you're
Mandan?
Your boss.
Yeah, I support them.
Yeah, so Dickinson, Hettinger.
Oh, yeah, there's all sorts of people we talk. All the runnings are the same.
Yeah, Mandan. Sales are
You just won't see my cool Christmas hats if you don't come to Bismarck.
Yeah, you got to go to Brad's and see the cool Christmas hats. Running South Washington.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All about the pets. Steve Dale's Pet World. Saturday afternoon at 4 on Super Talk 1270. Talk of the Town, brought to you by Big Boy. Just get in line. It moves fast. Dakota Pharmacy and Dakota Natural Health Center. We're here to help you stay well. Trademark Realty. Peak Automotive and Service. Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store. And Silver Ranch. Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
You're tuned to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. I'm Steve Boggan along with Brad Ock of Runnings in Bismarck, South Bismarck, right off of South Washington, 701 South Washington. Don't forget today is Cyber Monday. $10 off every $50 you spend. Just go online, runnings.com. So if you missed out on the Black Friday deals with the $10 gift card for every $50 you spend, you get a reboot today.
Yeah, online. And free shipping.
And free shipping.
Yeah.
And if you want to pick it up in the store, they'll do that too.
Yep, we'll do it.
Because, a lot of times, okay, we're going to talk tools right now because the tool sale, unbelievable. But maybe you're not getting something for Christmas. Maybe you're getting something for you and you want to use it right away.
Yeah.
Pick it up at the store.
Yep. So the tool sale actually activated a week early. So 2 markets in North Dakota, the newspapers released it a week early. We don't know. Yeah, don't know where the miscommunication happened, but the Hettinger market and the Bismarck market both released the ads early, which is great fine because we didn't have an ad for the next 5 days.
So if you're listening in Dickinson,
yeah, you know what? Hey, you know what? I got this Bismarck paper, and they said, but on our conference call this afternoon, our district managers, feeling a little under the weather. So he told me on the call, he goes, tell everyone to activate it. We had 2 markets in North Dakota. He goes, just tell the whole district to activate. So everyone should be activated by, I'm doing the call at 3:30, 2:30 Mountain Time. By 3 o'clock, everyone should be active. So go on, check it out. You'll be good to go. Cool thing about the tool sale ad, it's one of our larger ads that we've had in a while. It's 14 pages. And it's got, obviously, the DeWalt tool sale. If you're a DeWalt person, this is a huge time to buy. I finally got suckered into the 20-volt batteries over the weekend.
Did you get your little saw?
I didn't. I know. I wanted to get it.
The one thing you were waiting for Black Friday.
The one thing I was waiting for. Oh, yes.
And I saw
the pruning saw.
Yeah, the little pruning.
Yes. I got the pruning saw.
And I saw a bunch of people walking out of the store with them. I'm like, oh,
yes.
If there's any left for Brad.
So I got the 8-inch pruning saw. I wanted a skill saw too, and a jigsaw, and I didn't get one. Yeah. But because one of the guys there talked about, we got this little DeWalt shop vac, a little handheld shop vac, and I was on the fence with the skill saw because I only use it once or twice a year. He's like, I use this all the time. He's like, in my car, in the laundry room,
Get 'em both.
Like the pet does this. Well, I see it.
Get them both.
So it's because it's a progressive sale.
It's on sale.
Yeah.
Get them both.
So if you buy 1 Bear tool, you get a free battery. You buy 2 Bear tools, you get 2 free batteries.
Yeah.
And the charge, you buy 3 Bear tools, 3 batteries, a charger, a carrying bag,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, and a flashlight. Yeah, close. But you can see the partridge in a pear tree now.
True.
But yeah. So the DeWalt sale is it is just a great time, and it is like that slippery slope of like, I need 3.
Yeah.
I can't just buy one or two. I got to have 3.
I'm losing money if I don't buy 3.
And then here's the deal too. So we've had a couple customers who have come in and be like, I don't need any more batteries. Well, here's the deal. If you try to buy this online, the free battery promo is not online. They just discount the DeWalt tool.
Oh, wow.
So all we've been doing is we've been pulling up the DeWalt price online, and we've been matching that in store. So you're going to save a little bit of money on that Bear tool. Just pull up your phone because we always match our online pricing.
And then if you buy it online, because today is Cyber Monday,
you get $10
and get the
off.
other $10 off
you know
the 50,
that's a good time to buy a DeWalt tool.
Really, just sit out in the parking lot, order, and then go inside and pick it up.
Yep. So the big DeWalt promo right now, I believe it's $259 or $269.99. It's a drill and impact driver kit. Comes with 2 batteries and a charger. It also comes with another free battery and a flashlight. So it's a
see the partridge in the pear tree.
Yeah. It's all about Christmas right now. And we didn't forget the Milwaukee lovers in this ad. So if you are the Milwaukee person, Milwaukee did get half a page in this ad. So they are doing some cool promos with Milwaukee.
And when you start talking about tools, that's kind of what it boils down to. DeWalt and Milwaukee.
Those are 2 great players right now in the market. 2 very good players right now in the market. Both DeWalt and Milwaukee is going to take care of you if you have an issue. We had a guy come in. He bought 3 impact drills. He had an issue with one of them. It's like 60 days later. Like, whatever, just bring it in. We'll swap it out. Like, really? I'm like, yeah, Lulu, just bring it in. Here's a new one. They're coded. Like, we know. Just bring your receipt, bring your tool. If you can't find your receipt, we'll look it up. We'll find it for you.
That was one of the cool things because I had a couple of returns in the past, and I'm like, I don't have my receipt. So I'm thinking, okay, just in-store credit because I'd come in and got what I needed anyway, and I went to return something and went, you can look it up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll look it up for you.
I don't need my receipt. You have my receipt. All right, perfect.
We'll get it taken care of. Yeah, we kind of know. We know roughly, we can work around and look back about 6 months or so.
One of the things I saw going out were some, on Friday, a lot of people were buying those little toolbox, those stackables.
Yes.
Those were huge.
So here's the cool thing about those. So, you got the pack out. The pack out is done by Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're really like the people who have really pushed around this. DeWalt made the Tough system. So DeWalt has their own version of the Milwaukee stackable called the Tough system. And now Black Diamond came out with one. Black Diamond is one of our brands. You'll see it in some other mid-stage things. But Black
Diamond,
about
them more as the big toolboxes.
Yeah, they've got wheels. You buy the different attachments you want. What's cool, Milwaukee has some. They have it's like a dry vac that'll click into your pack away, and then it's also got the cup holders built into a lot of their toolboxes. So Milwaukee has some thermoses and water cup holders and stuff too. You just set it down and you click it in right into place, and it just holds tight so you can just take off and go. Sort of like those small little things. You're like, oh, well, when am I going to need that? Until you need it.
Until you need it.
Yeah, and they're like, wow, that's kind of a cool little feature that I never really thought about. And it's just right there. You just click your cup in and you move on and you move forward and you move away. So it's cool. And then also, we sell the DeWalt pallet racking to you, and we got a ton in. It's a good deal right now. It's $159.99 for 4 foot tall.
That's the heavy stuff, too.
That's the heavy duty stuff. So, I mean, I know, like, in my garage particularly, I have wood shelves. I buy some 2x4s, buy some plywood, build your own. Wood's expensive right now, too.
Right.
That's an expensive project.
But tell me this. You built those into the wall, right? So if you need to move something around in the garage, you're screwed.
Yep.
So the heavy-duty racking, because I got smart, I did this. The heavy-duty racking, you can shift around, because my wife's like, well, okay, because if the boat's in the garage, then if the boat's not in the garage, then we get more room if I move this over to this wall versus this wall. So the racking system, rather than building the wood shelves onto the wall, better way to go.
And our neighbor across the street bought heavy-duty wheel casters.
Ooh.
And built his own little base, and he set it right inside those casters. So when he's building things, he backs the car out and he just pulls that 4 foot section right off the wall. It's 4 foot high. It's a hair tall for him, but it's dropped that top shelf because they're adjustable shelves. He has his table saw on the side. He has his chop saw on there. And he just got these heavy-duty wheel casters. He's got like a little portable workbench. And he just wheels it around wherever he wants it. And he pushes it up against the wall, locks that wheel in. He's good to go.
I might have to make an addition to mine.
Yeah, well, because I know too. I have an 8-foot workbench I built.
Idea. It's like instead of having to empty the shelves and then move the racking and then put stuff back in the shelves, then I can just wheel it around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you buy the pack out, so you can just wheel around whatever tools you want anywhere you're going out there, and you're good to go.
See that now Christmas done in my house. Because I'm going to tell Wendy, it's like, I need one of those. And then I'm going to get her a gun safe for...
A document safe.
A document safe for Christmas. And we're done. It's good.
You're so thoughtful.
I know. I don't know if I can get in her stocking, though.
A big stocking. Yeah.
Great deals going on at Runnings right now. Today is Cyber Monday. Shop online, $10 off every $50. So you can't beat that. If you missed out on the $10 gift cards on Black Friday at Runnings, great way to save money today. Cyber Monday. And if you want the item right away, they'll go pick it for you, and you can order right from the parking lot. Walk out, boom, it's done. They'll even bring it right to your car.
We will if you call.
And you won't have some creepy guy chasing around trying to steal your cart when you're done. I was busy on Friday.
It was crazy. It was such a great day.
I'll tell you, though. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270. I'm Steve Bakken along with Brad Ock of Runnings, the general manager, the South Bismarck location, 701 South Washington. This is Talk of the Town. Don't forget all the sales, everything online, and all the Runnings locations throughout North Dakota as well. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
Super Talk.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
Dang, that's good. Butterscotch root beer. I looked at it on Friday. I didn't grab it, though. Stuck with my Spreckers. I should have expanded my horizons a little bit. It's good stuff. It's one of the many, many things at Runnings in South Bismarck. You can stop by. We're talking with Brad Ock, and, I did a little shopping for the pets, of course. Yep. We got 2 new puppies.
Oh,
we had a litter, and so we kept 2 puppies out of that litter, and so I had to go get some new collars because they outgrew the old collars. So I went and got new collars, and I grabbed the pig's ears, which were helping furry friends. Normally $1.79, they were 79 cents. It was crazy. But
some treats. They got the cute little holiday pet food treat end cap of Christmassy stuff. Even got bird wreaths.
Yeah, I got a Chewy Kong thing too.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like so the puppies did well. And now great sale going on pet supplies.
Yeah, so pet food a week earlier than anticipated is now on sale. So like Nutrisource, Taste of the Wild, Diamond, Loyal Life, all brands featured in the ad this week. So you're saving $5-6 a bag. Some of the smaller bags is $3, $4. But
pet food's gotten expensive.
It has,
so
pet food's gotten expensive.
Grab it.
Come on, so we activated early, so it's on sale now. So we do want to be, and I'll tell you what, I want to be the lowest price in town on this. So if you are shopping with us and you're like, you know what, I'm pretty sure PetSmart or someone else has this at this price, I want to be the lowest price. So bring it up. We're going to match it.
Let us know. You guys will price match.
Absolutely. We're going to price match that. And not only that, for the big pets, stock tank heaters. It's not cold yet, but it's getting there.
It's cold enough to freeze a stock tank, though.
Yeah, is it? So the overnight lows are enough to cause some problems
they're
now?
Getting there. It's sick.
See, these are the things they need to learn,
6 degrees,
Yeah. So
13 degrees.
So we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We've got a lot on hand, and now they're all on sale a week early. So come on in and pick what you need.
Ahead of it getting really, really cold, right?
Yeah, so those are, we got chicken feeders, the horse waters. We got a few different things on hand.
Yeah, if you live in Mandan, you got a chicken coop. Come over to Bismarck, get your chicken coop supplies.
Or you can do Mandans too. I mean, Aaron will be happy to take care of you. In fact, Aaron will be happy to bring an order out to your car as well.
That's a smaller store, so you probably have got a larger selection or stock at Bismarck.
Got a little more stock.
Not to pick on Aaron or anything.
Yeah, then if you're...
I go there too occasionally, so don't hold that against me, Brad.
Waters, this week we are having the Stockman's Association, North Dakota Stockman's Association, has their ball coming up on December 6th. It is. So,
like a week away.
The sales, ticket sales are out there right now for that. If you're going to go on, it's a fun little event. It's something we like to support. I felt bad. They got lost in the mix of some chaos that was happening. So when they called back, like, are you guys donating this year? And I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about you guys. Heck yeah. So they'll be coming in this week, so we'll get some stuff taken care of that ball. But, that's the thing. It's one of the community things we like to do. And we have a little board, so we put that stuff up.
So you go to the Stockman's Ball?
So we probably will not be going this year.
No. I want to see you in a cowboy hat and boots and suited up.
It's the same time as the Nutcracker. Okay. And I got a couple little dancers in the family in the Nutcracker.
You'll get a pass on that.
Right. And this year I'm in the Nutcracker as a party parent with my kids. So, I mean...
Are you going to wear that hat?
No, but I get a cool top hat. It's period piece. It's a lot of fun. The parents are out there dancing, having a good time. And then after our little scene's done, because no one cares about the parents, it's all about the kids.
Well, yeah.
We're just there to help corral the chaos of the party scene, and then we do backstage help the rest of the show.
It was like our Breakfast with Santa on Saturday morning, which Runnings is a big part of, the Capital City Christmas, which I started when I was the mayor, and, we had our Breakfast with Santa on Saturday mornings, and thank you to Runnings for always participating and helping out with that. Great event for the kids, over 500
Huge event
people.
This year, yeah.
Just packed at the Bismarck Event Center. So many things to see and do. And Santa and Mrs. Claus are incredible. And then, of course, they show up at the community tree lighting.
Yep.
If you haven't seen the community Christmas tree, it is on Front Street, right in front of Baga, kitty corner from the event center, right adjacent to Peace Park by the Parks and Rec there. So Peace Park's all lit up now, and then you've got
And we had associates, too. We had associates asking to get off early to take their kids to the tree lighting ceremony.
That's awesome.
And, how do you say no? You help with the event.
Yeah.
So you're like, heck yeah, man, go. It's a good time. And
it's for the kids.
I got to talk to one of them right away, and they said it was awesome. The kids loved it.
Larks helped out this year, too. So Larks had games there. There was a donation. They were, for a little donation, they were giving away Larks beanies, which was, very nice.
Hey, and then the last part of that series is the gala.
Yeah. New Year's Eve gala.
And I'm pumped. And
then the fireworks.
And the fireworks. So the gala, we have a good time.
Okay, so which is your favorite part? Is it the food, the dancing, the games, the raffle, the prizes, the auctions, the online and live, or the fireworks?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. So the food last year was awesome. The different stations, my gosh, it was so good. The fireworks are incredible. My wife loves the dancing. And that is one of the go-back features for us each year was the dancing portion. Because my wife likes to swing dance. She likes to waltz.
Oh, yeah.
It's a broad range of songs. So we get to spend a lot of time on the dance floor, which she's very excited for.
Great local band.
Gosh, I think we even won 3 or 4 of the silent auctions last year. That's the problem is you really...
That's not a problem.
You get caught up in the moment. It does. It's a great cause, and that's the real.
Projects around the community, great cause. And actually, you can get your tickets at the Bismarck Event Center box office. Go there and get your tickets for the gala.
It's so much fun.
Raffle tickets as well. We've got our raffle tickets out. 7 items on there, including a hot tub you could win this year. Yeah, who wouldn't want a hot tub?
Was it $2,500?
Yeah,
gift card.
$2,500.
That's a lot of things to buy, too.
$2,500 Runnings gift card is on the raffle. Boy, could you
do some damage. That's a lot of documents.
Well, then imagine if you saved it for Cyber Monday of next year, and then
there you go.
Wow, could you shop? And then, of course, the fireworks at midnight. Great time.
It's incredible.
Brad from Runnings. This is Talk of the Town on Super Talk 1270.
KLXX AM, Mandan, Bismarck, a Town Square media station, broadcasting from the View Community Credit Union Studio.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.